What has the Sultan of Sokoto done that the Yorubas are attacking him? I repeat, what has the Sultan of Sokoto done that the Yorubas are attacking him? If you look at the replies to the Sultan of Sokoto, the Muslim head in Nigeria, the religious leader of Muslims in all of the 36 states in Nigeria, if you look at the replies given to this man, you'll be asking the question the same way I'm asking, what has this man done? When I did a little bit research, and I saw that there was a press release by the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, and this release is what is generating the attacks, especially from the southwest. Let's look at what it says. The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, under the leadership of its President General and Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, is particularly disturbed about the high spate of intolerance and disregard for the rights of Muslims, especially in the southern part of the country. The most recent of these is the development emanating from Ekiti State, where the efforts of the Muslim community to set up independent Sharia panel was met with unwarranted resistance and objections from both political and traditional quarters. Look at the word, unwarranted resistance and objections from both political and traditional quarters. We are coming to that. This is coming barely a few weeks after the announcement on the inauguration of a Sharia panel in Oyo State, which generated unnecessary anxiety, thereby leading to its indefinite postponement. Now, this is the reasons why they are bashing the Sultan of Sokoto. Yorubas are saying, we don't want Sharia in our land. Look at that statement. Resistance and objections from both political and traditional quarters. That is why I like the Yorubas. Now, both political and traditional rulers, even if they are Muslims or whatever, they are coming together to reject anything Sharia. This is a region agenda. I told you before that every region is running their agenda to preserve their culture and heritage, because there seems to be other people interested, trying to infiltrate. Now, this same Sharia, look at the letter. Who is the person that signed the letter? They used an Igbo man to sign that letter. Imam Harun Mohammed Eze, ESQ, Deputy National Legal Advisor. So anytime they want to do some kind of attack, dirty job, they use an Igbo man. The last time they wanted to attack P2P, they used an Igbo man. Anytime they want to do this Fulani, they have their stooge, they will use an Igbo man. Now, the Yorubas are saying, we don't want. I told you people that these Fulanis, all these things you are saying offline, if you don't match it online, if you don't match actions, they don't, they are very, very stubborn. They don't hear, when you say go, they go. They know they come again. With all the things that have been done, Ekiti State government spoke about this Sharia of a thing. Just currently, the Ogun State government spoke about this Sharia, telling them that Sharia is a no-no in Ogun State. Governments politically and traditionally are speaking up against Sharia. But if it's in the southeast, the traditional and political people, they I don't know. Let's look at the replies. Are Kurumi Kankafo, I like this man. He's a conservative. He says, Alafi of Oyo and Oni of Ife are superior to the Sultan of Sokoto. This man is a Muslim. Mind you, he's not a Christian. Before you now start pushing agenda, Are Kurumi Kakanfo, Alafi of Oyo and Oni of Ife are superior to the Sultan of Sokoto. The Are Muslimi of Yoruba land, Rabita, and the League of Imams in Yoruba land are enough to guide and determine Islam in Yoruba land. The Eze that wrote that letter should go and implement his ideology in Igbo land if he will come back in one piece. He understands that if you want to implement Sharia in the southeastern part of Nigeria, you should be very, very ready to face whatever consequence, whatever. Look at what these guys are facing in the southwest. What you face in the southeast might be a different ball game. So he's saying that he said the Olori Buruku Eze that wrote that letter should go and implement his ideology in Igbo land if he will come back in one piece. This is laughable. I was reading this all day. I was laughing. If you look at the savage replies on the Sultan of Sokoto, you imagine. I love this rebuttal. I love this rebuttal. We have said anything Fulani disguised, whatever happened to the Hausas would not happen again. These guys will never ever rest. If you stop them now, they will still continue in the next 100 years. That is how they are. It's like they are zombies to push this Uthman Danfodio ideology on every other person and use time to conquer. That is just in their bloodstream. That is why you need to be vigilant enough. Anything that will bring violence, anything that will bring insecurity in your land, sleeper cells, Boko Haram sleeper cells in Yoruba land, Boko Haram far north sleeper cells in Yoruba land. Imagine. Okay, the Igbo man that wrote that letter, take it to Igbo, please. What is your name again? Let me check for your name. They say you are Eze, Abi Uthman or something. Let me check it again. Imam Harun Muhammad Eze. Okay, thank God you changed your father's name. Now, take it back to the southeast if you will come back in one piece. There's a lot of things I'm reading here, and please bear with me. It is insulting and a disgrace that minority Fulanis wants to weaponize religion to build a religious hegemony over Yoruba Muslims. We are not stupid. We Yoruba Muslims will determine our future without taking advice from the Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto that has successfully used religion to erase, enslave, and subjugate indigenous Hausa people. Look at that line. That has successfully used religion to erase, enslave, and subjugate indigenous Hausa people. I will take this message serious if it was coming from Murik or Rabita or any Yoruba Muslim organization, not this one you are sending to the southern part of Nigeria, especially Yoruba land. When a Yoruba Muslim becomes the head of NSCIA, that means when the Yoruba Muslim becomes the head of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, then they will start taking this. I said it before. These Fulani guys, they bring religion and they make you look stupid. So that religion they are bringing, we are one, we are brothers, their positions they will not allow you to take over. They are the ones that will be in those positions, and they use that positions to start determining how you live your life. This man says when a Yoruba Muslim becomes the head of that Islamic Caliphate, that Islamic group that are using to enter the southwest, because that's NSCIA, Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. That is what they use to, that's the religion they have created in Nigeria, the body they have created in Nigeria, to start using it to control those that are said to be Muslims. Now, until a Yoruba Muslim becomes that, NCIA would take you, you land grabbers, according to what he said, very serious. Tell Sultan of Sokoto to liberate his subjects from bandits and Boko Haram. First, he should also present the killers of Deborah for trial. This is a Muslim Yoruba person. This is not a Christian. Look at what he is saying in Yoruba land. To tell you that, first, you are a human being. Second, you are your ethnicity before your religion. But over there, the Fulani now turn it on the Hausas. It is your religion before your ethnicity. I pity for some of these Ilorin people that their affiliation, their loyalty is to the Fulani Caliphate than their Yoruba heritage and custom, thereby banning Isheshe. That you bear Yoruba names, you have identity, you are in Yoruba land, and you are paying allegiance. That is a conquest. You are okay. The Yorubas have woken up and they have seen that they will never allow this thing in any guise. The Fulanis need to go and update themselves. This scam of a thing, they should go and update themselves. See, it will be very, very disastrous if this guy sees power again. They will be so patient that if they should seize power again, it is going to be another. They are going to cook something else. But now that Tinubu is president, restructure Nigeria. Let there be fairness, justice, and equity. Everybody will respect their boundaries and rights, not you encroaching. Is it by force? The Yorubas say they don't want. Me from the southeast, we don't want. Thank God this Yoruba man understood the message that this Igbo man that is signing this letter should take it to Igbo land if he will come back in one piece. He understood the message. Now, Are Onokakafo, that is Abiola, was a vice president of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs. But when Arewa hegemony quashed his presidential mandate, the Sultan was the first to tell him to let go of his mandate because it was the will of God. See, this will of God of a thing, Buhari was telling people in the north that only God can fix Nigeria. Only God can fix Nigeria. You are stealing money. You are stealing dollars. You politicians, especially those from the north. Only God can fix Nigeria. You are rigging elections. You are paying people. You are buying votes. Only God can fix Nigeria. You are all sorts of vices you are involved. You are stealing resources. Only God can fix Nigeria. It is the will of God. When you cheat people, when you kill people and take over your land, you tell them it's the will of God. Anything you do, you know what you are doing. You don't allow the will of God to take place. You don't allow God to fight for himself. You carry all sorts of evil attacks on the people, and you come back and tell people it's the will of God. This calm statement, it is the will of God. It is what is being used to subjugate most people in the north, most, and some in the north central, especially the Kwara, the Islamic ideology. It is the will of God. Most people, those of their leaders, they use their sense, but they don't want you to use your sense. Then they will now use is the will of God to cover everything. Okay. He lost it, the presidential mandate. The Sultan was the first to tell him to let go of his mandate because it is the will of God. King Igbe, another fellow Muslim and the vice president of MK Abiola, went to collect appointment from Abacha, his fellow Kanuri, because of ethnic brotherhood. You guys have zero respect for us because you are funding some miscreants in our midst to destroy Yoruba land. You can try, you will fail. This is all politics, not religion. If we Yoruba Muslims have issues, it will be solved by Islamic institutions in Yoruba land. You failed. Remember, Yoruba had contacts with Yoruba. Were first Muslims before this guy brought Muslims to the north and started coming south. Yorubas were first Muslims. So nobody should use this Supreme Court of Supreme Islamic Affairs or whatever to use it and start entering people small to start colonizing them. Look at what is happening in Ilorin. Ilorin Afars having issues with K1, the ultimate. This same Ilorin Afars causing problem in Yoruba land. You are saying that people should not bow for a king and Oba, but you want to bow for the emir of Ilorin. This Ilorin Afars. These same people that have Fulani ties coming with superior motive to subjugate people in this 21st century. Now Yoruba land is not part of the Sokoto Caliphate religiously and socio-politically. If you poke us, we can bite. That wahala you are looking for, you will get it in full, and the whole of Nigeria will feel it. From prognosing into Ogbomosho issue and backing some Olori Buruku to be openly disrespecting the show of Ogbomosho because of religious agenda, then to Alaafin's stool. Not all of us are stupid in the name of religion. We can smell the agenda millions of miles away. If I read what the young people, Yorubas, are talking, the response they are giving to the Alaafin of Oyo, the Sultan of Sokoto, the Muslim head in Nigeria, I quote, it seems the Yorubas are detaching themselves from anything Muslim head because they have seen, their eyes are open, that these guys are using these things to enter, permeate. That's how they are giving this one now, Igbo man, Deputy National Security Advisor of Nigerian Supreme, they give an Igbo man for national mosques. They give Igbo man, and those Igbo man, they are delivering. You want to use that one, and see, we have said it. If our traditional rulers like, let them not speak up. I don't want to start abusing our traditional rulers in the southeast. Look at what the governors are coming together. They came together and they are doing meetings upon meetings. We don't want governors in the southwest. They are doing meetings upon meetings. We don't want Sharia in this. I thought that after all these sayings, all these rejections of Sharia, all these people will keep quiet. We never knew that those ones that are sponsoring them will put out this letter, this press release, because this is already an agenda. Okay, let's move on. Oloro Ti Ilu Loro of Yoruba says our Yoruba identity is superior to any religious identity. Listen, our Yoruba identity is superior to any religious identity. Our Yoruba Oba is superior to any Imam in Yoruba land. Alaafin of Oyo and Oni of Ife are superior to any Sultan of Sokoto. Let Eze, that wrote this letter, promote Sharia law in Igbo land first. Let me read another one. People from the poverty and terrorism capital of the world are trying to gaslight Yoruba people. Transform your religion first and try again. They are telling the Fulani imposed transform your religion in the north and try again. Yoruba people are not under the control of Fulani invaders in northern Nigeria. For your information, hypocrites. Akin Omotayo, this one might be a little bit harsh. The north should hold their Sultan of Sokoto very well and advise him from toying this hazardous route he's trying to engage. He should be very careful that Bege they are looking for in Yoruba land, they will see it and it will be very disastrous against them. This one, a Yoruba nation guy, this one don't get chills. This one, he talk, if you look at some of his tweets in the past, his name is Are Ayodeji. He blast people, he doesn't care. The level of madness going on in this country, the Sultan of Sokoto is either sniffing gum or taking hard drugs, allegedly. He puts the word allegedly because everybody needs to tread on safe path. Because how will a northerner, Aboki, come to tell us what to do in the west? Is that not madness? I think the Sultan, I cannot say this one because I like this one. The southwest and Sharia are like two parallel lines. Also, the Sultan is a nobody here in Yoruba land. He's just like a common Aboki selling suya in Lafenwa. That is some of the replies. The replies reach 50 on the Sultan of Sokoto. If I keep on reading, we might spend a fortune of time if I keep on reading these replies. I've told you that these people would not rest. They don't hear, then they hear go, then they hear come. You think that what you're doing online, they might be agitated a little bit, but it is in their blood. Conquest is in their blood. They will, the next 100 years, they will still continue to find ways. I don't know why. And one of the reasons why there is a gang up against the Igbos, because the Igbos are one of the people that are vehemently against such kind of movement in Nigeria. We have told them, you are in Biafra. If we have Biafra, it is not going to be an official religion, so that you will not come and start using that religion to enter anybody. It is not going to be an official religion because we know that the backers of this religion have agenda. And however they used to, the way they captured the Hausas, we have studied it, and done research, and we have gotten the secret of how these Fulanis, with their fewer population, were able to capture the Hausa people and turn them to slaves even in their land today, even with their eyes open, even with they say if you know the problem, if you know problem. Your problem is how that's how they put it. They know the problem. The Hausas know the problem, but it is not half solved though. That problem is not half solved. If you can dictate that problem, it's not half solved at all. With these Fulani guys, they are there in your eyes, and using they use all those piety, all those movement, all those only God can fix Nigeria. Only God can fix Nigeria. God created you with a brain, created you with hands and legs, created you with intellect, and has given you a guidance on what to do. So you now still waste God. Why did God even create you in the first place? God has given you everything you need. You use your evil intention, you use your evil character and whatever the evil person that you are, you use it and scam people, and you're telling people. Somebody called himself Mr. Integrity. He's dashing people dollars. From I have a farm, now I have an estate. And you come back to tell people that only God can fix Nigeria. We don't tolerate that kind of thing in the southeast though. You cannot be scamming people with all this kind of stuff. Everybody is independent on their own. Oh. They will stand on their feet and tell you, oh God, this one cannot happen. You can do that in the northern part of Nigeria. And the youths are ready. Anything that's going to bring kidnapping, violence, insecurity through religion, no, we don't want it in the southeast. Let me start talking my own. The Yorubas are saying, we are saying, if you like yourself, Eze that signed this, Uthman or whatever is your name, please. We know that Islam is a religion of peace, but we don't want that kind of peace in the southeast. We don't want Sharia. Oh, let's not even talk Sharia. We are even battling the fact that the spread of Islam in the southeast. We are battling that one. We know when you hear Sharia, both those people that went to the Sharia, whatever, both those and those that went, they will come and answer questions. Thank God that people are waking up in this 21st century to understand that the days when there's Fulani conquest, when they use so many things to deceive so many people, is over. Whether it is politically, at the national level, at the state level, or at the local government level.